I will just begin with an introduction. So, welcome everybody to this session for the new moon in Gemini. This is going to be a metamorphic process with some yoga, some breath work, some movement, some dance, and then we're going to sit down and do a bit of a dialogue. The final process will be breath work. Following that will be the dialogue. So let's begin and just connecting first with the breath. Let's take our hands and place them. I'm just going to I should actually wait a second. Sorry. Okay, so taking our hands to the mat and just through the fingers, we're going to focus on the out breath. So this is just long exhale, releasing everything. And on this out breath, it's like you're cleaning the system. You're letting go of all the half breaths, the stuck energy in the system. So first, long exhale. Let's breathe together. Breathing out. Clearing the way. Take an inhale through the nose. And again, exhale out the mouth. Long exhale. And when we inhale through the nose, pulling energy through the top of the head, like this fountain of light coming through the top of the head. So with the in-breath, you're bringing in new oxygen, new energy to empower and to revitalize the system. So let's do that long exhale again, out the mouth. Inhale through the nose, bringing that energy through. Long exhale. Inhale, bringing in that new energy, opening up the heart space. And long exhale out the mouth. Coming back to the normal breath now, just natural breath, bringing our hands, rubbing our hands together. This is energizing the conduit of the right and the left side of the body. The masculine, left brain thinking, feminine, right brain going into the left side, left brain going into the right side. Here we activate. And let's take our hands apart and just open up the energy. And as we open up the energy, let's breathe in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. As we bring our hands now, feeling your energy ball. Feeling the energy between the left side and the right side, the palms of the hands. And bringing that breath through the top of the head again, bringing in that joy. And exhaling out. Now allowing the hands to come back together and to touch in the center and bringing it close to the heart. In Namaskara at heart center, let's roll our shoulders. Allowing that energy, that warmth from the heart to reach out through the shoulders. Just moving, feeling. flowing, gently opening the energy through the chest into the shoulders. We can now make some sound together, taking a breath in and releasing with an Om sound. So breathing in. And let's just break down the Om. So it's coming from the base here. So just thinking about the energy traveling up through the spine and into the heart space. And then with the we're resonating in the skull, in the face. So breathing in. And from the bottom, ah, oo, and then So ah, And it's not as dramatic as that. It does just round the sound, but just thinking that. So coming into heart center, breathing in. Two more. Breathing out and breathing in. Breathing out, breathing in. Beautiful. Let's come on to our knees now. And I'm just going to turn to the side here. Coming for the practice. Let's roll the body down, bring the forehead onto the mat, and take our hands, place our hands behind us, and just resting into Mother Earth here for a few breaths. And then from here, we're going to roll up through the body. I will demonstrate one first, just to give you the idea of what we're doing. So rolling from the base, pressing up, allowing the hands to roll, rolling up through the body, and looking up, opening the chest, and breathing in. Just holding your hands just at the side of your thighs here. And then rolling down again. This time just bringing the hands to the knees. Hands to the knees. We're going to just do a few of these as we feel the support of the earth supporting us as we unfold and drop back down like a seed. So let's feel that. Breathing out. And then this time, open up your hands. And then bring it back. Take this one really slow because you can get very dizzy, but it's very, very powerful for finding your center. And back down to earth. Let's do 2 more of these, nice and slow. And then now just coming to a sitting up position like this. I'm going to turn around just so that I'm facing that microphone. And then from here, we're going to take our hands behind our back, interlace our fingers, and just pressing back like this. And then just leaning forward, resting the forehead. Take the arms up. And then rolling back up to this position, like halfway, a 45-degree angle. Pressing back. And let's breathe. First, actually, sorry guys, I'm going to describe breath of fire to you as we power up our center, power up the solar plexus here. So first, just before we go into that, I'm going to do a bit of breath of fire. So just place your hands on just in between your ribs here. And it's like a shaker, equal in, equal out. So through the nose as well. So inhale and exhale through the nose. So it's and it's like that popping of the diaphragm that happens. But one thing I will say is there should never be any forcing. It's just a nice open, close, equal parts. Exhale, inhale, and like a shaker. This is what we're going to do to amplify this energy in here. So let's go back to position. You can actually, if you feel like it, you can actually, this is actually good for the body as well as curling the toes under. So let's curl our toes under because that's giving the feet some work. We're activating the feet as well here, which is nice. You can do it both ways, whatever is comfortable for you. But this angle of pressing the toes back is really, really good for the knees and the legs. So let's do that for those who can do that and find it comfortable enough, okay? So rolling your toes back. Let's take the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders back and just to a nice relaxed position here. Interlace the fingers behind the back and then just pressing back, opening up. And let's lean into that 45-degree angle, slightly tilting the chin down into a nice, just feeling that the spine is nice and straight on that angle going up to the skull. Let's take a long exhale first just to release. And let's begin. Long exhale, and let's release. You should feel all the back of the arms and the face starting to get warm, okay? So that's a Kundalini yoga process for bringing the energy up through the body and into the cheeks and into the face, bringing the circulation into the body. Okay, let's come onto our hands and knees now. And then just getting nice and comfortable. Let's just shift the hips from side to side, just finding your position. And so from here, you can curl those toes under as well. Let's just tap the feet a little bit, get some energy flicking out those toes, because we just put a lot of pressure on the feet. So just tapping the feet. And it's really important that we have this flow from this energy flow all the way from the tip of the toes to the top of the head. So when we're thinking about that, there's no blocking up of any energy, yeah? So let's come onto our hands and knees now. And we're just going to do some of the same thing, breath of fire, but we're going to move the hips into our cat-cow position. So let's do that. So just finding a nice steady position, curling everything down, release everything out, long exhale, and opening. And now pushing back into child, extending the hands, and just rest the forehead, breathing into the chest, releasing. And let's just stay here for a moment, opening up and breathing into that chest, breathing into your chest, allowing your arms to extend and your chest to open. Just a moment, and I'm going to get the music happening now for this next part. So it's only a very basic yoga part here, but just stay in that position until I get this music happening. So now from this position, I want you to slowly move your way up into a standing position, but just taking your time as you grow from the deep swamps beneath the ocean. And feeling through that space, exploring the opening, the dialogue of the breath and the body, the earth, the air, the fire and the water. Through any frustrations, any blockages, bringing your love to that, bringing your light to that. if you feel like rolling around on the floor a little bit before you stand up, you can do a few rolls around on your back. From side to side, sweeping the floor and releasing the hips. And dropping a little deeper, pushing out the hips. Creating space in the body. Taking the body around now in a circle.
Wow.
This is beautiful. Okay, so now that we're standing, let's tap the feet. Connecting. Let's shake those hands, releasing. Feeling the body, the currency, the flow of energy from the feet to the top of the head. So let's bring that energy up. Up, hands up in the air. And coming down, sweeping the floor. And tapping the heels, like connecting those heels to the earth. Shaking the hands. Taking the hands above the head now. And let's take the hands down, sweeping the energy system. Let's breathe in, sweeping the whole leg of the body, the energy body. Breathing in. Bringing the presence through your the energy field. Breathing. Dropping down again. This time we're going to drop the hips a little bit. And just rocking. Rolling up through the spine. Opening up the heart space. Let's close the hands and open the hands. Taking the hands above the head, dropping down, rolling through the spine. Let's drop through the hands now. We're just going to release through the hands into the earth. All of your frustrations, let's get it out through the drumming now onto the earth. Now, just dancing, moving the body, moving the hips, take some circles. And then leaning into it, leaning forward, opening up the hands. Into this last part, getting it out and then whew. Okay, let's come to sit down. Okay, I might just unmute you guys for a second just to check in with you, or just unmute yourselves. Do you guys want another song quickly? Would you like to dance a bit more?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, just go with it.
Okay. For some reason, sorry. It's only giving me like another 4 minutes. So let's do another 4 minutes of movement. Okay. And then we'll have to create a new one for the meditation. Is that cool, guys?
Yes. Sure.
All right, let's do that. Okay. So one more. Let's find the other song. Here we go. Let's go. This one's a little bit slower, but it's got a nice groove. And just coming back into the body, stepping from side to side, really feeling through the feet, lifting the toes. Let's do some yogic standing poses just to open up. Let's take one foot out and the other out, pressing through the heels. I'm going to take my socks off. Opening up through the chest, pressing through the fingers. Let's take the body forward. Place the fingers, pressing up, breathing, releasing, turning the head from side to side. Might be a bit too loud. And just really lifting those toes and feeling this. And then dropping the hands down, let's press through the feet and then rolling up through the body. Okay, so from here, let's just take these steps, these nice steps, and feeling the balance in the body. And take one step and one step. One step and one step. One step, one step, and feeling the beautiful butterfly in you coming through. Starting to visualize the spirit now. Feeling. Let's take one hand to the side, opening up. Take a foot behind. And then from here, let's take a double step. And feeling that. The dance of the dialogue, the ins and the outs. Connection, communication, body, conduit, energy and energy flow. Let's open those arms more. Careful of the space. Now, feeling your freedom. The heart space. Okay, let's add some kicks now. Releasing the power of your energy out the body. And let's pop on the spot. And cha-cha kick. Do that in a circle. And then just freestyling, opening up those wings. Okay, coming down onto the floor when you're ready, gently flowing down. And from your center, just rolling from side to side, flowing like water. And coming to center, extending your hands and your feet up, reaching through the toes and the balls of the feet and through the fingers. Flowing from one side to the other. Coming to center again, extending through the feet and the hands. Bend the knees, hands over the knees. Lift the skull, pressing the knees away, pressing the lower back into the mat as you rock. Pulling the belly in and rocking until you come up. And rolling all the way up, coming into a sitting position. And hands in Namaskara at heart center. So from here we're going to do the pranayama. Now that our body is nicely active and we feel the energy flowing through the system, conduit, we are now going to do a pranayama session. And this session is balancing the right and the left channels of the body. So in understanding the left brain going into the right channel, right brain going into the left channel, here we understand the balancing forces of duality, creating a whole with a central force, creating a connected center through the heart. This pranayama is all about rebalancing and aligning the system. So when our system is out of balance, and many people are out of balance purely because of the way society has been structured, it's already out of balance, yeah? We are constantly trying to find that balance, that connection, that center. So the right side, or the masculine energy, the structural side, the side that takes inspiration from the feminine and then creates with it, sets times, sets goals. When this is out of balance, we find there is this resistance. It's a blocking, it's a resistance. It's a not wanting to hear. It's like a taking on too much to the point where one cannot be receptive enough or active enough to do something for the purity of oneself within the soul. And then on the feminine side, when the feminine is out of balance, she clings to something to hold her because she's not feeling held within the space of her. Because she's not connecting to her true essence, in other words, which is earthing, feeling that support from the earth. The masculine within the feminine is that support. And then the water is the flowing. It's the uncased flow of emotion, flow of inspiration, the flow of imagination, the flow of creativity. So the right brain energy, where we feel and channel from the unseen worlds. Then the masculine, what is tangible, what is seen, what has structure. So we're going to do a pranayama session now that balances both and brings us into the central channel. Just clearing the way, releasing those strains and coming back to yourself. So we can bring our hands into this center again. Let's just rub our hands together, creating that connection, really feeling with the palms of the hand, that connection here. And feeling that. And then allowing the breath to come in, long exhales, inhales, exhales, inhale. Just feeling and honoring that dance between two energies in the body, coming into an active and receptive space here. Opening and breathing in, closing and breathing out now. Breathing in with the close, opening up. So now we're going to do the pranayama, feeling that with the body. Let's open up our hands, fingers really wide, activating the fingers. Let's open and close, just releasing tension through the hands. And then placing the hands down. It's almost like a sphinx or a lion. Spine nice and straight. Tailbone dropping into the earth. Let's take a long exhale out the mouth now. Breathing in. Long exhale. As you're releasing into the earth, but also surrendering a little deeper to that support. Now from here, you're going to breathe in and draw the energy up the body. Up to this point that we form two, with the pointer finger, two knuckles. Bring those to these two meridian points here, just on the chest. You'll feel it because they're very sensitive. When you're on it, it's very sensitive. It's just inside. Breathing in. And popping with an out breath. Extending through the fingers. Let's take our right hand across now. On the outside, there's another point that's just a little bit further over. The first point's here, second point here. And here, we're going to form this mudra. So taking the thumb to the ring finger and the little finger, closing both, and then blocking the right nostril as we exhale through the left nostril now. Just taking a moment to just fully release out that side of the body. We're going to clear the left channel first. Exhaling. Blocking the left, let's bring some energy through the right nostril now. And visualizing a color, light green, any color that you think you need at this time. It's healing for you. Blocking the left, and let's breathe in that color. Hold it, swap, and then release like a pop of the cork. We are now going to perform 9 of these. That was just a demonstration. Blocking the right, exhaling. Blocking the left, inhaling through the right. Blocking the right, exhale through the left. Visualizing that clearing of the channel. Blocking the left, inhaling through the right. Visualizing that color, blocking the right, exhaling through the left. Continuing to press that point, that meridian center, as you do this breath. Blocking the left channel, breathing in through the right nostril. Blocking the right, exhaling through the left. Continuing, breathing in through the right, breathing in that light. Blocking the right, exhaling through the left. Breathing in through the right, that pure light. And exhaling, blocking the right, exhale through the left. And visualize that energy from the shoulder all the way down to the hip, clearing that channel. Blocking the left, breathing in through the right. Blocking the right, exhaling through the left. Blocking the left, breathing in through the right. Blocking the right, exhale through the left. Blocking the left, breathing in that light through the top of the head on the right. New energy coming in, sending it down the left channel. And one more, breathing in. Exhale out. Opening up the hands now and feeling the shift, cleansing on that left side. Coming back to your normal breath. We are now going to continue on the right side. So with that left side, it was the releasing of the clinging energy. And with this right side, it's going to be the release of resistance and to align with the divine geometry of the body. So let's bring our hands again forward, opening up the fingers, pressing, releasing through the fingers. Take our nicely spread fingers and let's take a long exhale. Emptying out the system. Now through the inhale, we're bringing energy through the top of the head and we're drawing that up the body. As we form these knuckles, bring them to here. Holding the breath for a moment. Pressing on those 2 points that are very sensitive on the chest. You'll find it when you find that sensitive point. And then popping the breath out. Extending through the fingers. And from here, we're going to take the left knuckle across. Interlace these fingers like this. Thumb on the pinky and the ring finger. And blocking the left nostril. Let's release through the right. Clearing the way. Blocking the right. Let's bring that energy through the top of the head in whatever color you need. Green, gold, and pink. could be needed. So breathing in, or blue even, or the pain in the body. Let's breathing in. Breathing in that golden light. Block the left, exhale on the right. Breathing in. There's always a holding of the breath in the center for a moment. Exhale with a pop. Blocking the right, breathing in through the left. Blocking the left, exhale through the right. Blocking the right, breathing in. Blocking the left, exhale through the right. And as you're doing this, really sending it down through to the earth, into that channel, blocking the right, into the left, bringing in that light. Blocking the left, exhale through the right. Blocking the right, inhale. Blocking the left, exhale through the right. Blocking the right, inhale through the left. Blocking the left, exhale. Blocking the right, inhale through the left. Blocking the left, exhale through the right. Blocking the right, exhale through the left. Oh, inhale, sorry. Inhale through the left. Blocking the left, exhale through the right. Blocking the right, inhale through the left. Blocking the left, exhale through the right. And opening up the hands, feeling the shift in energy, cleansing through the body. So now we're going to bring our hands together at heart center again, rubbing our hands together, energizing the channels and opening up energy, breathing in and out. Allow this joyous wings of a butterfly to open and close. As your chest widens and expands with the breath. From here, let's take our right hand on our left shoulder, left hand on our right shoulder. Drop the chin. So dropping the chin, And feeling this conduit as you give yourself a hug. And you breathe the beautiful sphere of light in your heart, in the center. Reaching for that connection. Opening to that connection. As we slide our hands down now and open our hands up, let's call in an archangel to support this process. Archangel Chamuel, Sandalphon of the earth, Metatron of the higher council and the crown and the soul star. Chamuel is a healer of relationships of all kinds. And this ray is the pink ray. So I now call you Archangel Chamuel to bring in healing through the central channel now with this beautiful pink light, with the support of the four pillars, Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, and Shekinah. Shekinah El. Anchoring into the earth. As we bring our hands back to center. Just connecting your hands and just resting here at the heart center. You can allow your fingers to open and just creating a nice little enclosure, like hugging, opening and closing the fingers here, like a butterfly flapping its wings. And then let's just open up our palms. And we're breathing through the top of the head now, into the heart space. Opening up, breathing out, down through the tailbone. Exhale. Long exhale as we clear the central channel and we open to the innocence of the heart space. When we are in alignment, there is a vulnerability, an innocence, a softness in this central space. A presence that sits here in the center. So breathing that beautiful pink ray through the top of the head, allowing it to, like a wave or a waterfall of light coming through into the heart, filling up the heart. And the heart then sending it down through the solar plexus with the out breath, the sacral, and down into the earth through the tailbone, into the root. So just breathing into the heart space now. As we bring in the energy, the beautiful pink ray of Archangel Chamuel, and breathing that light through the top of the head from pure source energy into the heart space, creating that space in the center where the masculine and the feminine within you can meet in the center of the heart and find this supporting ground of free flow of the feminine to be all that she is in her vulnerability, and the masculine to respectfully and sacredly hold that as he honors that with reverence and support and alignment, as he is the architect of the soul and she is the designer, and the divine design flowing within that form. And exhaling out into the earth, down through the tailbone now. Long exhale. Let's take a few breaths. Breathing in that pink light into the heart and exhale through the tailbone. Breathing in that pink light through the heart and exhaling through the tailbone. And breathing in that pink light through the heart space. And all through your body, sending some of this light, bringing it in with every breath now. Exhaling out. I am now becoming more flowing. I am now becoming more flexible. I am now becoming more receptive. I am now allowing and supporting myself with a reverence and a holding, a cauldron and a casing of this beautiful protective energy. And within that, I am the center of that flame, also reaching out and expressing my fullness with trust, receptivity, openness, as I feel the support of the earth beneath me, and I feel the flow of the water and the emotions through my system as I feel everything, and I allow myself to feel everything. Welcoming every emotion into this space of the heart to be neutralized and released with my presence, my full presence. And feeling that. And now let's drop our bodies now down. If you just bend your knees, come into a child posture for a second. And it's just an honoring, it's a coming into a bowing to the earth and the surrendering into that devoted space that releases us. And giving thanks, allowing your heart to fill with that thank you. With every out breath, releasing, transmuting through the earth, breathing through the heart space. The beautiful Divine Mother Earth is full of wisdom, and when you're ready, coming up from this devotional space to the Divine Mother energy, and we are going to have a food for thought session about the Gemini principle, which is how information feeds us. This new moon is Gemini. There's a full lineup at the moment. There's a full lineup in this sign. And this is the third sign of a 12 archetypal system. And what we have here is the communicational faculty, the triangle, and the duality within the third dimension. So in order for us to move forward and create balance, it's the two come to that center. So we clear each channel, but then we get them to meet in the center at the heart. So the dialogue of this energy, in breath, receptivity, out breath, intention. So the intention to share and release. Then in breath, to receive and to hold and to expand and to have. So this beautiful dialogue between the two, the in breath and the out breath. The flapping of the butterfly's wings, the opening, the closing. The ebb and the flow of the waves, the drawing back, the magnetic pull, and the thrusting forward. In complete balance. So the Gemini energy is about communication. It's about the conduit of receptivity and action within a system. The twins, the sign of the twins, the two that see the two sides, but they came from one. They came from the whole. And they are a mirror to each other of that polarity as they communicate and they connect in the heart, in the center. So the dialogue at this time is like, how is those aspects of self balancing, communicating, and supporting each other? We just explored that the feminine is very much about the open creative energy, and she needs to feel that support from the masculine and that guiding support, that even that little bit of that discipline that says, okay, we're going to organize you, but I also see you, I also value. I'm coming back to my center. I'm less interested in what they think out there. I'm less interested in trying to please something outside of myself and more interested in you and how I can organize you. But in organizing you, I need to come with a reverence and at first opening to what that is, like that receptivity to feel the desire of that creative energy that wants to come forth, that wants to flow with its expression, but find that expression through form in a way that can be shared through innocence, vulnerability, presence, and a feeling of feeling held. So with the masculine, we were releasing resistance, which is very common in the masculine theme. When the masculine is out of balance, we have this resistant energy to any information coming through that tries to change him or throw him off his course. Men and women both have this in their energy. Then we have the feminine, who is, if she's not feeling safe, her desire is to feel safe, to be all that she is. And when that's out of balance, there's a clinging, there is addictions, there's alcoholism, there's a need to feel connection, but we do it in ways that help us escape from or cling to something, and that's externally as well. So we cling to the bottle, or we cling to someone, or we cling to an unhealthy, toxic relationship that we try to squeeze something out of because we're not getting what we desire. So these are just ideas and possibilities of an idea or an example, but there's many, many, many examples that we can bring into that one. So that's also just with us being tuned into ourselves, like with just our food and how we eat and how we nourish ourselves. Like, are we eating, just from desire to externally gratify ourselves, or are we actually really, truly hungry, and needing to nourish that in a way that's giving us and the body the nutrients that it really needs to feel that true vitality. So these are the things, and then the masculine can organize that, and it can say, okay, I listen to you. I'm listening to you and your desire to create and your desire to do all these beautiful things. But now I honor you and I listen to you and I hold you, because that's the thing, like, we're feeling safe. We need to do this for ourselves. So it's coming into that, dropping into the base of the spine, dropping into that, feel the container of just feeling the solid support, coming into our center, our alignment. So when the masculine is first receptive to the feminine, he also can tune into his creativity rather than just being an empty shell and dominating with a need to be in control and being subject to resistance and control. We can then align with the truth and that divine architecture. That once we attune to universal law and also access our teams, that we cannot do it all alone, that we're not here to do it all alone. We're also here to access through higher systems and open to the support that also can help us grow and expand beyond our known measures. In time and with an ability and a capacity to handle that energy or that information at any given time. So this is another thing with information and the duality at this time. It's like certain minds still have a limit. There's some people who have been like expanding their mind for years, and this Gemini energy is very much about a healthy curiosity. So it's bringing back the healthy curiosity, like being interested in what the hell is going on in the world, learning about the system so that you can also understand and know your freedom within that system. So when we start to learn about the systems, certain information may blow our capacity. So gently allowing yourself to develop that healthy curiosity, taking time. There's a lot of information out there at the moment. There's a lot we don't know. There's a lot within the duality that is very opposing as well. So in having a conversation, we need to listen, it's opening, and it's having that healthy curiosity. The curiosity to learn, the curiosity to grow, the curiosity to know. So we will return with the dialogue session soon, and some card pulling and a bit of a discussion on that. So thank you for joining. Namaste.